those look like vegetables to you guys? Yeah, well, I just have a hard time passing up the flowers. I was able to, here at Ace hardware store, find some tomatoes. So, and I'm going easy on the tomatoes. Only 24 tomato plants this year instead of like 48, which is kind of my normal. We're gonna try one more place. I think we're gonna try Walmart, see what happens there. And then we may even have to zip over to Home Depot. I don't know, it's been difficult. I was super impressed with the Walmart greenhouse. They had so much good stuff. And look at something like this. This is a watermelon. And look at how many watermelon plants are in here. There are so many in here. And if I'm careful, I can pull those apart and plant multiple watermelons. And that was only $4 or $5 for all of those watermelon plants. So anyway, super impressed. And that was the Bonnie's brand, which came from a greenhouse out of Illinois, it said. And then these here, the other Walmart plants, were only $1.97. And they were the bigger ones. And Walmart just has a ton left. And they actually had a truck delivering. So like all of this Bonnie stuff, I got fresh off the truck. Brand new. Safe to say though, the garden is not going to get planted by 2 o'clock or 2:30 because it's 1:20 right now. That took a lot longer. Originally I thought I was going to hit some greenhouses that are a little closer to me. And then I thought, you know what? Those are like further away from one another. And if they were empty, I was going to have to do a lot more driving. Where this way I just drove into town, did a big circuit, and I'm glad because I found what I was looking for. So I'm going to head home now and see what's going on at home. That's always a big question right there. I forgot to bring my phone, so if they needed me and they call the number, it's just going to be calling and ringing at home. So we're ready to start planting. We have our San Mar, no, Joe, set them up right. We have our San Mar tomatoes that we got free at the library. A friend of mine gave me some zucchini that she overbought. She grabbed a pack and her husband grabbed a pack, and she's like, we do not need 12 zucchini plants. I don't know anybody who does, right? And then everything that I picked up today. So we're gonna work at getting all of this planted. Peter said it is extremely dry. You know what we're gonna do, Peter? We are gonna, yeah. I don't want that getting in my eyes. We are going to plant the tomatoes all the way to their first branch, okay? That's fine with that one. Yep, that's okay with that one. And
the dirt was so dry I couldn't get down anymore.
You know what we'll do? We'll take the trowel and we'll kind of like loosen it a little and kind of spin it in there first. That'll loosen it up, and then we'll go from there. Well, I think, Peter, is that number what for tomato? What do you think? You're not keeping track? Well, I think it's 17, 20, I think it's number 24. And Warren is working at putting in the sprinkler system.
I need a hammer.
Like a mallet hammer or a hammer?
I think I got one in my truck right now.
Okay. And I've been pulling the fabric here so that in case, but it looks like I probably don't honestly need to, because we're on to our last tomato plant, and then we're going to work at some of the like more vining plants in that area over there. So when you're planting tomato plants, you can plant them all the way to their first offshoot, like their first branch, and that works really well so that they get stronger. If you just plant like just the root, you end up getting like a lankier plant. So I always plant all the way up to the top, or all the way up to like the first or the bottommost branch. Is that your last one? What?
You have a phone call.
Oh, I have a phone call? Okay. So Joe and Peter went to take a break, sent Maria out here, and we are working on planting up zucchinis. And yeah, just real slowly because we don't want all the soil to wash away. Okay, that's good. Do the same for those other two. Not that one and that one. And she's just kind of bucketing some water. Ooh, don't put it right over top. It'll bust the leaves. Make sure you get it right by the base there. Yep, and maybe pour some from this side since it's kind of running that way naturally. Probably wasn't necessary, but I'm actually planting all 6 zucchini. Anybody out there want zucchini? Because I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a lot of them, unless I end up with something crazy like blossom end rot or something, which does happen sometimes. So
Need some water.
just put that aside for right now, because you're going to use some of that when you do the next pumpkin. I planted this pumpkin, Maria, and then you're going to plant a pumpkin right here. Probably in this hole right there, okay? That would be a good spot. All right, a freshly planted garden doesn't always look like much, especially with our dry soil. The dry soil is kind of, and leaves and everything just collected on top of the garden, but that is quite all right. It all kind of naturalizes as the year goes on, but this whole half of the garden is done. We have zucchini and we have cucumbers there. I'm not planting as many as I normally do. I think I have 4 or 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 cucumbers this year, really just for fresh eating. I have still probably 100 or so quarts of pickles. My older kids tended to eat pickles more than the younger kids do, so we just don't go through them as fast. Yeah, I have cantaloupe over there, and I have watermelon. It's been a while since we've done those. Last time we did cantaloupe, the ants got into them and just destroyed them. It was so disgusting. They just like ate through the skin of the cantaloupe, and it was ugly. It's been a long time since we've done watermelon. These are an heirloom variety. What did it say they were? Icebox. They're kind of a smaller, they're a seedy. You know, they're going to have the black seeds in them, but that'll be kind of fun to experience. Old style watermelon. And then over here we have some jack-o'-lantern pumpkins, which are already looking dry even though we watered them. It takes about 3 to 5 days for the garden to kind of start to naturalize a little bit. So if you are new to planting and you plant things out and you're like, boy, it's just not looking that great, you know what, make sure they get water and see if you can kind of just stay away for a few days. And then you'll come back in, you know, I mean, it's hard to stay away because you want to go look at them just to make sure that they're doing okay for water. But my point being, if you don't get too worked up if things aren't looking good in that first week, it just takes some time for their roots to get established. And what I'm going to do, and it's not going to be in this video, but at some future point here, I would like to get some more of those little plant sticks, those little fertilizer sticks, and I thought that would be a great thing to put in next to each plant. They're cheap. Like I said, I got them at Dollar Tree, $1.25 for, I want to say something like 25 or 30 little stakes. I think it was something like that. And for $5, I could have enough to do the whole garden here. And I think that would be really, really good. But I'm not going to do it right away. I don't want to give them a shot of fertilizer too quick. I want to let them kind of get their roots established. And like if this is Thursday, maybe by next Tuesday, I would put the little sticks in. So just be watching for that. Not that you need to see it on a video. You open the package, you take the little stick and you stick it about an inch away from the stem of the plant into the soil, all the way flush with the soil. So that is what's happening tonight now. Emily is coming over with the kids, and we are going to be making the cranberry sauce. I'm not sure if you've seen that, but cranberry sauce is open for sale. We are making it tonight. I like to wait 1 week to be sure that it sets up properly before we ship it out to you. So I think we're planning on about June 6th, 15th or so as a shipping date. I know that's a Thursday, so if we can bump it up to that Monday, or we may have to wait till the next Monday. I don't know how it's exactly going to go. It's just, you know, summer gets kind of busy, and first priority is family. You can check out my website if you're interested in buying cranberry sauce. It's going to be there. We're going to do 100 jars, just like last time. Tomorrow I'm heading over to visit with my mom. Just me tomorrow. Well, it looks like Emily is here, so that means I need to get in, take a shower, get myself cleaned up so I can be making cranberry sauce for you guys. And tomorrow, stay tuned with this video, because tomorrow I'm pretty certain that is when I'm going to get the rest of the garden planted, the seeds that I have. So that's going to be green beans for sure, and probably sweet corn.